Hi, this is Annie and welcome to Annie's Creations. So sometimes you get busy, life happens, like the holiday season, and you just neglect your garden. So I am going to work hard today and make sure my garden gets back on track. What a mess. What a mess. I have to do something about this. At least I have some things growing. I'm getting some capsicums growing, and that's a success. Something to be happy about. But the rest is work. I have to do something about this mess. I have to do this early in the morning as soon as possible to do the cleanup because it gets really hot. This is a hot summer. But we are going to clean up this area today so we can move in my new potting bench. I will be pulling some weeds out and I will add it to my bucket to make some weed tea for my garden as a fertilizer. A liquid fertilizer that is free to make. And I will show you how later. Look at my beautiful capsicum. This is the first time I've been able to grow capsicum in New Zealand. They just never wanted to work for me. But this time I'm successful. These are the weeds I'm going to be putting into my bucket to make my liquid fertilizer. It's good to use weeds that haven't seeded yet. You can see I have neglected this part of the garden for a few months now, and it's time to give it a good spruce up. Let's pull some weeds. Now I got it cleaned up a little bit. I've got some weeds in my bucket and I'm going to add water and let it stand for 6 to 8 weeks before I can use the liquid fertilizer. So you can see I got this area all cleared out and we can bring in the potting bench and then we will have a new workspace. My dear sweet husband is going to build me a potting bench so that I don't need to bend down all the time because I'm not so stable on my feet these days and I fall a lot. So he thinks it's a good idea to have a potting bench where I can stand and work and not be bending over and falling down all the time. So he has gotten a lot of scrap wood together and he's measuring everything and he's going to cut it to length and build me a very basic potting bench that I can use. truly a scrap wood project for an outdoor potting bench. $0 cost and going to be very useful. We ran out of scrap wood, so we had to buy a little bit of wood to finish this project. I did a sweep and a clean of the area, and we moved the potting bench into position. And now I have got a new working space. And the reason why we did only 3 planks at the bottom is because the retaining has these pillars that stick out. And now by doing that extra bit of space at the bottom, we could move the table right against the retaining wall so that I have enough space to stand. And in time, I think I will be adding wood chips or bark to this area, because at the moment it's just weed mat. And that will make it look even more tidy and neat. And I've got my compost bin over here, the area where I put all my compost that's ready to be used. I top that up so there's no weeds going to go into that. And I've got my compost bin. Right there in the corner, so that if I've got any veggie scraps and grass clippings, I can just put it into that, let it break down, and then I move it over to this area. And here I'll be potting up all my plants, nice and tidy, very comfortable. On the sides of this table, I'm going to be adding some hooks so that I can put my water jug on there, the waterer, and as well as hang some tools that I'll be using while I'm potting my plants. And at the bottom I can put some extra things that I need, like bags of fertilizer, even empty pots. So this is going to work out just perfectly, and it looks so much more tidy. I am going to buy some paint to paint the table so it won't be just the wood look, because I know we did use some scrap wood on this project and I do want it to look nice. So I will be painting it with an outdoor paint that's washable, because the birds will be making a mess over here when I return the bird feeder to this spot, and I will need to be able to wash the table off every once in a while. And I'm definitely going to have to keep an eye on the mess that the birds make, because they tend to be very messy in this area. I hope you enjoyed my video today and see me tinkering around in the garden, as well as my lovely husband who built me a very nice potting bench. And now I've got a new working space and I can get my garden back on track. So be inspired, do something in your garden today, and remember, it's never too late. Just get into it. This is all I've got for you today, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.